Hey, welcome back to Ping Pong Flicks. My name is Chris Wong. That video I did where Batman revived Superman was a huge theory I had, and it was combining two other theories. I clearly made that up, but it's very funny that a lot of people thought it was spoilers and thought I should have put a spoiler in that content. I don't think so. I did make it up. But I'm glad a lot of people enjoyed that, and that's not the end of my theories. I have many more theories about who revived Superman, and including this one. Now this one is a little bit different because this is actually a reaction to someone who told me in the last video. One of YouTubers said that in the Alfred conversation with the mysterious figure that was over there at the ending of the trailer in the last Justice League San Diego Comic-Con trailer, Alfred actually says, "You said you'd come," as opposed to "he said you'd come." And I'm sorry, I did make a mistake. I went back to the video, heard it many times, and then found a closed caption version and was able to capture that image where he actually does say, "You said you'd come." With that phrase, that has incredible, mind-boggling implications. It totally changes the game about this, because when you say "he said you'd come," it could have been anybody. It could have been Commissioner Gordon said you'd come. It could have been Lex Luthor said you'd come. It could have been anybody else said he'd come. But when he says "you said you'd come," that implies that he has talked to this person before, and this person has told him that he'd come at this moment. And it's a more pivotal moment, because if it was just some guy, if it was just, say, Batman or Jason Momoa, you know, it was just like you've seen him before and the guy shows up again, you wouldn't really say those words. And you look at Alfred and he seems a little shocked or surprised for a moment, that he realizes that this is the moment, this person who told me a while back that he's going to come back, this moment is going to be very important, because he even tells him, "And let's hope you're not too late," because this is the moment where he was warned, he was told that if I show up, this is going to be a big moment for me, this is going to be a big moment for the rest of the world, the rest of this universe. And the only person that I can think of that had that type of implication upon the universe is the Flash. That's right, the Flash. Remember in the nightmare scene in Batman v Superman where the Flash shows up to warn Bruce Wayne about Superman, to tell him that Lois is the key. What if they're bringing this part back into the movie? You know, what if they're putting this aspect of that back into this universe? We already know that Mark Hughes from Forbes, and this could be, you know, take this with a grain of salt, that Zack Snyder's vision has not changed. All those extensive reshoots are not extensive reshoots, they're actually extensive scheduling, because they can't seem to get some of these people back on time. Everybody's making a movie, everybody's doing something else, so it's hard to get all these actors and actresses back for the shots that Zack Snyder wants to do. And so additional photography that he wants Joss Whedon to do. And for that part, Zack Snyder's vision hasn't changed. So you can kind of say that maybe the vision that he started back in Batman v Superman with the nightmare sequence, maybe some of that is still here. If a future Flash came to Alfred early on in the Justice League film and tells him that at this certain point in time, I'm going to show up again at this certain point in time, and I'm going to have to do something, and hopefully I'm not too late to do that something. Whatever that thing is, we won't know until we watch the film. But the implication of that phrase, instead of "he said you'd come," which could mean anybody, "you said you'd come," it almost feels like a foreboding thing. It almost feels like someone had warned him ahead of time. And the only person I can think of that can actually travel through time to come as like a seer. Now this is also in response to a leak that we had a long time ago. This part is going to be a huge possible spoiler, so if you don't want to hear what could possibly be a spoiler, please turn this off right now and go watch something else. But if you're still here and you want to hear, I actually touched a little bit about the spoiler, and I put it in another video before. is that the Flash goes back in time and saves Superman from Batman v Superman. Yeah, I know, it's so far-fetched and incredibly out there, but this is a certain leak that was on Reddit, and I know Reddit ain't the best of sources, but if we are to pull that weight in, that Flash will be able to bring Superman back or do something within the timeline, save Lois, I don't know, bring Superman back. This could be that moment where everything, Batman and Wonder Woman's plan of bringing all these meta-humans together to compensate for Superman's loss, maybe it didn't work. Maybe it's still not enough. Maybe they are not able to fend off Steppenwolf and the rest of this legion of parademons. Maybe this is the moment where Flash, or the future Flash, realizes that he's going to have to come back to this moment to do something at this exact moment with Alfred and change the course of history altogether and have Superman back to fight off Steppenwolf. But I could also see, if that is the case, where the Flash is the saving grace, the plot device that saves this part in the moment of Justice League, I could see how what he does in Justice League has implications to the Flashpoint later on. So Flashpoint would begin of something went wrong when he did in this timeline in Justice League. It creates all these errors that makes up for what happens in Flashpoint. Alright guys, what do you guys think about this huge theory if you've got this far? Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.